Huh?
And okay, now go.
Okay, now go.
Okay, now go.
Okay. It's like it sounds Japanese. Okay, now go.
Okay, now go. And oh, you didn't know? I'm a polyglot, son. I
Right?
can speak multiple languages.
Languages.
Yeah.
I remember when people used to put like Pig Latin as like their second language.
Right. I don't fucking know how to pig. I don't know how to fucking pig Latin.
That's that whole, ixnay on the secret A, uh, that stupid shit.
Ixnay on the Upid stay or whatever.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Man, we haven't done a pod this early in the morning in a while.
I know it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
So, orale. What's up, homies? It's the Chino and Homeboy podcast. It's another sacrilegious Sunday. Unless we post this on Wednesday, then it's another Wicked Wednesday.
It's one of those two. Well,
Right.
you get what you get, and you don't. What is it? You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit.
That's right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
right. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. That's right. We're just organized here at the Chino and Homeboy podcast because we're still, even after a year, we're still trying to work the kinks and the bugs out of the system and shit.
Yeah.
Let me try to add Hate Jones here, and then
Word.
he'll just join us whenever it is he wakes up from his nap. So
That's
so yeah. So yeah.
right. So, normal people sleep at night. Good old Hate Jones takes snaps at night. I understand that he has difficulty sleeping, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant used to do something similar, where, well, I'm not sure how similar it would be with Hate Jones, but he would do what they call polyphasic sleep. So what he would do is he would sleep for about 2 hours at a time,
Yeah.
and that's how he would get his rest. He would sleep for a couple hours, wake up, do his thing,
Right.
and throughout the day, whenever he can, he would just sleep or nap for 2 hours or whenever he can. So and it seemed to work out for him. You know, I mean that's Kobe Bryant for you. It's a fucking
Yeah.
psych, which made him successful in what he did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I do polyphasic sleep, but you know, my monkey ass can't sleep for what is it, more than 7 hours.
uh, yeah, I usually find myself waking up after 4 or 5, and I'm cool. I can usually uh, function reasonably well for the rest of the day. So I think people call that uh, the sleepless elite. There's a certain part of the population that are able to do that successfully,
Yeah.
and I might be one of them. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like for my part, what you call it? Oh, that just looks weird. I turned the camera off, like, oh, Homer's not moving anymore.
Uh,
For my part, I'll go to sleep at like, I don't know, maybe 10, 9, 9:30, and I'll wake up around midnight for like my first pee,
hmm
and and then I'll probably wake up around 3 o'clock for my second pee.
uh, like, isn't that some prostate thing?
It
Might want
might
to get
be.
your prostate checked.
Well, I'm
That
getting to
means
the
you
age
gotta.
where they're gonna have to stick a finger up my ass, I guess.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
mean, we'll go through that. Sidebar. Speaking of prostate exams and whatnot, you
yeah.
know what's um, weird and uncomfortable about a prostate exam?
What is weird and uncomfortable about a prostate exam?
getting an erection while you're sticking a finger in someone's ass.
Oh, that's
You know
funny.
what's even weirder than that?
What's that?
Finding out that I'm not a real doctor, or the dude finding out I'm not a real
Oh,
doctor. But, well, actually, I messed up the joke already.
yeah, yeah,
The third
yeah.
part of the joke is, but joke's on her. She doesn't have a prostate. That's
Oh
some
man.
irreverent Sunday morning humor for you.
Right, right, exactly. Just what you want to hear on a Sunday fucking morning. Just what you
Exactly.
want to hear. What is it? Sticking a finger up a man's ass, letting the audience believe that it's a man you're
Mm-hmm.
violating with your finger. Plot
Mm-hmm.
twist. Turns
Yep.
out it was a. Ah!
You know, speaking of buttholes, I'm sure there's a nurse out there somewhere who's thinking, hmm, some asshole's got my pen. Oh, as she's looking, as he or she's looking at the thermometer that she's got in her hand.
Right.
Oh,
How would you leave
uh,
that in? Why would you leave that in? Oh man,
yep.
dude. Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's how we do here on the Chino and Homeboy podcast.
yeah,
While we're waiting for guests.
that's right.
Uh
So
so
as we wait for good old Hate Jones and
right,
uh and his hateful commentary.
right. His
um,
yeah, hate takes.
yep, his hate takes. That's right. Hate Jones, hate takes with his hate
Hate
gang.
takes. Right. That's
Um,
right.
what do we think about this push by Amazon to legalize the marijuana?
Man, I am all for it.
You
I
know
am
what?
all for federal legalization of the ganj
Uh huh.
because it would be amazing if I could get my weed deliveries and my pickle juice deliveries through the mail
Mm-hmm.
and not have to bother with dispensaries.
Right.
I'm sure that Amazon would carry everything we ever wanted to smoke. Like, you know how hard it is to find XJ13 in LA?
Bruh, you ain't gotta tell me. You ain't gotta tell me because look, number one, I ain't never heard of XJ13. As big as a pothead as I am, I had never heard of XJ13 until you told me about XJ13. And number two, uh, even though it's legal here in good old Sin City, it's actually more expensive out here in the dispensaries than it is in California. I went on a road trip up in the Bay Area, and I was able to get full carts for half the price. It's
Right?
fucking amazing, you know.
Hell yeah,
And
man.
just so everybody knows, my favorite strain, one of them, it's my top strain. It's my top favorite actually. Is Ape by Rove.
That's
So
one. That was a good solid 8.
yeah, that's a good one. You know,
Yeah,
that's a good burp to wake up to.
right. It's a mouth fart, people. All we need is a
That's
dick
right.
joke, and that's it.
I
Show's
mean,
over.
there you go. We're halfway done. We're
That's
halfway done
right.
with the show.
So ape
So
strain. Ape strain.
yeah, the Ape strain is my current top favorite. I have a few that I enjoy, but that's the one that um, it's the one I prefer to Chief. So Rove and whoever makes XJ13, we need sponsors. You know, so
Right. Right.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hit
No,
us
I
up,
was.
slide into our DMs.
Oh man, yes, baby. Please slide into them DMs. You know, uh, flirt with us. Show us those nugs.
Right there you go. Yeah. Let's start. You know, let's start a new thing, and show Chino and Homeboy your nugs, and
That's right.
we'll tell you what we think about them. I
That's
mean,
right.
honestly, couple potheads you show nugs to, we're
I
probably gonna
mean,
like every single one of them. I'm not gonna
hey,
lie.
hey, listen. We'll put your 7-inch smoking pipes into our mouths to partake of, the chiba here. If
You
you
know what
got
I
you
mean?
got 7-inch, so you got some pipes. Well, I mean, we'll even take a 3-inch or a 1-inch pipe. Shit.
Right?
We would like to. We will be more than happy to test your products for you
You know what I
for
mean?
for a small fee, a nominal
Right.
a
A
nominal
nominal fee. There you
Yeah,
go.
right now we're at Long Beach hooker prices.
Right. Dude, speaking of, man, I went to a head shop, smoke shop, earlier this week. Yeah, it was earlier this week, and I saw a Rick and Morty uh, bong, and
Oh,
I'm like, dude, this looks ill, you
right.
know. And I mean, they had a couple other ones in there. One was like this alien monster thing with this. It's almost like what do you call it? Xenomorph meets that one character from Monsters Inc. The Eye,
Oh,
whatever his name is, Mike
oh,
something.
Mike Krasowski.
Yes. And I'm like, man, this like this looks so cool. I don't even want to fucking smoke out of it. You know,
Right?
I mean, if I had it, I probably would.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where like I'm gonna hold off as long as I can before I fire this motherfucker up. But it looks cool as shit. And then
Oh yeah.
they had a couple Rick and Morty ones. I mean, they looked amazing, and I
Those
couldn't
are
help but
uh,
think,
those are the special occasion bongs. You know what
that's
I'm
right,
saying?
that's right, and
That's the shit you pull out when company comes over.
that's right, yeah, like it's like forget the fine china, I'm bringing out the fine ass bongs. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like
Yeah.
I got some good glassware for you,
That's right.
but
Exactly. Right.
I couldn't help right. I couldn't help but think one of these days, Gino and Homeboy is gonna have one of their own. Like
Oh,
an actual bong with fucking Chino and Homeboy as their as a design feature. So
I could already picture the design, right?
uh-huh.
Like one of us will be like, sitting down,
Uh-huh.
and the little part where the bowl, right? That's gonna
Right?
be that's gonna be the paint pinus, right?
Uh-huh.
And then the other one is just gonna be holding up the I don't know what you call the part where the people put their mouth to, the bigger part.
Mm-hmm. Right.
One of us will be holding that up.
Right. Yep. Get to designing.
That's right.
Uh
That's right. Any of you listeners or glass makers, I mean,
yep.
look, check it out. So I was looking at our statistics,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I shit you not, man. Our latest episode where we have Joe Rogan, not on the podcast, but we talk about Joe Rogan's, idiotic lunacy about the COVID,
When he
right?
threw the kitchen sink at himself.
That's right. Yeah, that one has like 2,000 fucking listens.
What?
Yes,
That's what I'm
dude.
talking about.
Like 2,000 people listened to that podcast.
Right.
Now, they've collectively listened to, well, I can't say collectively, but uh, they, on average, they listened for like a minute and a half. So they like probably found out that Joe Rogan wasn't going to be on the podcast,
Right.
that we were just talking shit.
Uh-huh. Right.
but, but, dude, Joe Rogan, listen, we do talk a lot of mad shit, and we love you, and we'd
Mm-hmm.
love to have you on the podcast. Or,
Absolutely.
or, or as a matter of fact, how about you have us on your podcast?
There's that too. There's that too. Like we'll I mean, he smokes way more
We'll
pot than
cheat
we
with you,
do.
son. Oh fuck
Right.
yeah, he does.
He smokes way more pot than we do, but you know what? I'll try to keep up. I mean, I smoke a lot of pot too, but I'm just saying, he'll probably fucking smoke me into the table. You know what
Oh
I mean?
man, right? Yeah, absolutely. No, no. I mean, Be Real lives in L.A., so I mean, that's a life goal right there, right?
Hell yeah. Hot boxing
Let,
would be
let's
real.
let's but top five people we would smoke out to or smoke out with. Willie
Right.
Nelson's got to be one of them before he kicks it.
Mm-hmm. Man, Will and Nelson's fucking
We have
immortal.
Willie Nelson for much longer.
Nah, Will and Nelson ain't never going down, man. He's immortal. Fuck
Like
that
Keith
shit.
Richards.
Like, yeah, exactly like Keith Richards. Like, he could fucking. Keith Richards is fucking older than dinosaurs, man.
Right, right.
I'm just
Snoop
saying.
Dogg.
Absolutely. Snoop Dogg. Who else?
Uh, let's see. Be Real.
Yep. Now,
Let's see. Who else is a famous pothead?
well, hold on. I wonder if Samuel L. Jackson is a bothead. I wonder if he
Hmm.
smokes. He probably does, huh?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't know.
if he doesn't, he should. You know what I mean? Pass
Oh
me that
man.
motherfucking joint.
Like
I can see him
I
doing
don't know
that
how
shit.
sober Brad Pitt is because I know he partakes of he used to or partake of the weed. I don't know if a part of his sobriety is not chiefing, right?
Right,
But if he's still chiefing, hey Brad,
right
if you
here.
listen, I know you're a listener. I know you're gonna have an assistant pass this along to you because we're just that funny. Uh,
Hey, yeah, put us with that Plan B Productions.
that's right. That's right. We got an idea for you.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll give you the elevator pitch right now. Us as a cartoon.
Go. I mean, we're already halfway there. We got the tunes. You know what I mean? Just refining a little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
here you go. You got a show.
right. Exactly. Exactly. And let's
I
see.
lost you there for a second. I lost what you
If
said there for a second.
Oh, that's okay. I was just umming and ahhing.
Uh, that's another language that we're a proficient in is umming and ahhing. You
Right.
know. So anyway, Amazon and the legalization of the ganj.
Right. That's right. Oh. So I don't know if you got a chance to read the article that I posted in our pod ideas, but
Yes.
it's a link to the Kansas City Star
Hmm.
where the sheriff's department is equating what you call it a rise in crime to chiefing, violent crime too.
Violent
Yeah.
crime.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
okay. See, this is the kind of shit that um this is that kind of bullshit that you know often gets associated with marijuana. It's like,
Right.
look, man, look, the higher you get with weed, the more you don't want to do stupid shit, or at least violent stupid shit. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Because look, I don't know about anybody else, but and I mean I can even speak for you, right?
Yeah.
But for me, when I smoke, the only thing I want to do is laugh, eat, and sleep. And sometimes I
And occasionally fuck.
and occasionally fuck, and sometimes I do every single one of them at the same time. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
there's times when I'm like so fucking high, I take a cat nap and I'm like I'll wake up, I'm half asleep, and I'm like munching on chips, and I'll go back to bed with
All
like
right.
crumbs in my fucking mouth,
So
and
here it is.
I'll wake up and I got like uh Dorito cheese, particulates in my fingers, and I'm like, what the hell? What the hell just happened? Oh, that's right. I was
Right.
high last night, and
Oh.
I was eating some Doritos. By the way,
Right.
I will do almost anything. I will. I will do almost anything. I will trade almost anything for a bag of Doritos. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Doritos is the
Oh,
shit.
dude, I have a bit about Doritos. I have a bit about Doritos. So check it out, man. Here it is. What happens to crime where recreational marijuana? Man, come on now. I'm trying to read Kansas City Star. Maybe later. Come on, motherfucker. I'm trying to use your website for our benefit.
All
So
right. So what's it say?
apparently here it is. Missouri is on a path to legalizing what the fuck? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh, look at this. Look at this
Oh no.
shit. All right. Reload. All right, so Missouri is on a path to legalizing recreational marijuana for adults 21 and older. At least 3 groups are organizing petition drives or promoting state legislation. Right.
Right.
So, uh, one of the chief people that is against this is Kansas City Police Chief Rick Smith. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Smith linked 10 of the city's homicides to
Mm-hmm.
marijuana related motives. You know what? I'm probably sure that those marijuana related motives was, drug dealers shooting it out with
Right.
each other, right?
That's what that's what I was thinking, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, these motherfuckers probably was not high on the Chiba. They're probably dealing that shit. And why were they dealing it? Because it's still fucking illegal.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, that being the case, that's what we're assuming, right? We're just
Right.
guesstimating. That's what it is.
Right.
Right? I'm assuming this white dude in the Kansas City Chiefs thing is was the police chief. What's
Right.
it? Wilfred Brimley. It's a Wilfred Brimley mustache.
Come on, Merle.
Yeah, right. Come on, Merle.
Shout out to we're
Dead
putting
Eye
that in the
Lotus.
fucking t-shirt.
Thank you for
Shout out to
that
Dead
one.
Eye Lotus. Yeah.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. Shout out to Dead Eye Lotus. Come on, Merle.
Come on, Merle.
Look at this. Wyndham Hotels. Wyndham Hotels is advertising on our podcast. Look at that. Already got sponsors.
There you go. Hey, Wyndham Hotels. Hotels and
Right?
resorts. Chino and Homeboy
Oh,
need sponsors.
exactly. We need weed money, son.
That's
So
right.
he cited figures showing increases in property and violent crimes in Oregon, Colorado, and Washington. Notice California is not in this,
Yeah, now there is Nevada.
right? Now, there, but he says, all right. So here's what he said: there is nothing to prove the rise in violent crime was caused by legalized recreational marijuana in the states that have experienced it. Nothing. He said there is
Hmm.
nothing to prove, right?
Right.
Nothing to prove.
Hmm.
However, he puts the dismissive, but the correlation is undeniable.
That
Motherfucker, please.
man. Okay. So
There he is.
let,
There he is. There's the Wilford Brimley motherfucker right there. Let's
I,
pause that. Pause
I,
that. There you
is
go,
that him?
Wilford Brimley.
I think that's a football coach.
Oh, is it?
But I don't know. Look, I don't give a shit about football so much, except for when Randy Moss was playing and when the Cowboys are losing. That's really the only times I care about football.
Right.
Um, but
Diabetes.
right, right. But um, what you see here, what we see here when he said, but the correlation is undeniable. Like, I understand why he said that at the end. You know,
Yeah.
uh, it's but for whatever reason he said it. The point I want to make is correlation does not necessarily translate to causation. That
That
is a
is correct.
fallacy. That is a
That
logical
is.
fallacy. Come on now. Come on,
Yes.
Merle.
Come
Read a
on,
little.
Merle. What logical fallacy is that? I'm trying to remember now. Like, it's a.
Correlation
Oh man.
is not causation or whatever it is.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know that was an actual fallacy. I thought that was
Yes.
just the definition. All right. Yeah. Yeah. But correlation is not causation. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
That's just
just because it relates, or just because, like these two things, might seem correlated. It does not mean one is caused by the other. So, you know, come on, Merle. I know you police chief and everything, but get your shit straight.
oh, so it's called a questionable cause logical fallacy, in
There you
which
go.
two events occurring together are taken to have established a cause and effect relationship. Now, there was someone who actually made like a questionable cause logical fallacy, where they are like the rise in Nicolas Cage movies, you know, correlated with some random event. Oh man.
Man, so okay. Speaking of Nicolas Cage, and here we go. On another. Why can't I speak this morning? Here we go on yet another Chino and Homeboy tangent. Um, have you seen have you seen or heard of his recent movies over the past, I don't know, 5 to 10 years? It's, when I see the trailers or the posters or these things related to advertising these Nicolas Cage movies, I can't help but think, this motherfucker actually read the script before he said yes to starring in this movie? Because it just, like, I'm looking at the posters, I'm looking at the fucking trailers, and I'm like, it just looks like shit. Like, seriously, I could go take a dump, take a picture, release that motherfucker, and I'll probably make money.
Right.
I mean, that's what it looks like. And I think also recently he got kicked out of some swanky local Las Vegas bar
Oh
for
yeah.
being drunk as fuck. And I think
Yeah.
he was wearing this black tank top and some like leopard print pants, and he was barefoot,
Yeah.
and he's looking
What?
all punchy. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's fucking nuts, dude. You know, I'm like, all right, Nick. I mean, you had some good movies in the past, but I think you just need to stay home and listen to
Well,
your Elvis record collection.
well, look, man. Look, I gotta tell you, man. I gotta tell you. Look at this shit. All right. Apparently, Nicolas Cage is responsible for people falling into swimming pools and drowning. Check, check this shit out.
All right, I
You,
gotta hear this shit.
you're hearing it here first on the Chino and Homeboy podcast, people. I look at this shit. The number of people who drowned by falling into a swimming pool and the number of films Nicolas Cage has appeared in. Look, the correlation is undeniable. Something must be done about Nicolas Cage, son. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I lost you there. I lost your volume. I lost your sound.
Oh, there we go. Sorry,
Oh, there we go.
I muted myself because I was coughing, my
Oh,
marijuana cough.
the
Uh,
marijuana cough.
yes, it's
Marijuana
not a
cough.
marijuana. It's not a COVID cough.
Yep,
It's a marijuana cough. But
that's right.
I'm glad that you're showing this graphic because this perfectly illustrates that whole idea of correlation does not necessarily mean causation. Because
Right.
yes, there is data that backs up this idea that yes, there is an increase in drownings with the movies, like as he's putting out movies, right? Like the data shows that, you
Yeah.
know, but
Well, look. Here's another one. Here's another one. Hold up. Look. Here's another
uh
one. Look. Number of people who died by becoming tangled in their bed sheets and the total revenue generated by skiing facilities. Look at this. Look at this. Dude, something must be done about these skiing facilities, man. They're
um,
causing people to be tangled up in their bed sheets and dying.
right. But I mean, like the point I was trying to make, it's like, okay, so the data seems to suggest that there is a correlation, right?
That's right.
But that doesn't fucking mean that it's being caused by ski resorts or fucking Nicolas Cage putting out movies. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. What about the butterfly effect, huh? How about the butterfly effect? Like, how do you know every time I beat off, there isn't, someone dying? Huh? Huh?
I
How do you
mean,
know? How do you
look,
know? There's got to be a correlation to that.
there there very well might be, but it doesn't mean it caused it. You know what I mean?
No, that's true.
So
That's
look,
true.
like for example, I could blow ass right now. I could fart the stinkiest of farts, right?
Yeah.
And it could cause like a decrease in production of eggs.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Somewhere in the Midwest, a whole chicken coop is like smelling your fart, and it's like, yep, we got to stop laying eggs. Chino
Exactly.
farted.
It's like let me blow ass right quick, right? And it suddenly I hear the next door neighbor's baby like waking up. You know,
Right,
like I
right.
woke up the entire neighborhood's little babies because I farted. You
Yeah,
know, there might be a correlation, but does that mean I necessarily caused them to wake up?
right. Exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
It's
You know,
just one of those ridiculous things.
and it's really funny how people will do that, like the correlation causation thing, right? And
Right.
they'll use that shit to like for their own benefit, right? Like, for example, all of these people who want to say, oh, cow farts don't cause climate change. I'm like, no, cow farts alone do not cause climate change. All right, but
Right.
they are a contributing factor to climate change. Not saying
Hmm.
that the number of films that Nicolas Cage has been in, you know, didn't cause all those people to drown, but they also did not contribute to those people drowning either. I mean,
Right.
unless seeing a Nicolas Cage movie caused them to like just fall into the pool and like, you know what, fuck it.
Right. Like I just seen the worst movie ever. It's time to go die. You know.
Exactly, exactly.
I mean, look. The best we could say is it's plausible. Now it might be a bit of a reach, but maybe it's plausible. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, like what is it that's like nothing what is it anything and everything is probable,
Right.
right? Not
Hmm.
possible, probable, right?
Right.
Like cuz nothing's really impossible,
Uh huh.
but not everything is possible, but everything is probable, right?
Yes. It
You
all
know,
falls in some sort of probability cloud somewhere.
yes, exactly. The probability cloud. So
Yep.
it is entirely probable that violent crime in some way, shape, or form can be motivated by marijuana. However, I don't think that it's caused by people smoking it.
Right.
You know, like
Exactly.
like how can we put this? Like I mean, if you wanted to make a case that marijuana causes violent crime, I guess you would have to say that because people smoke weed and they need to get this weed, right?
Hmm.
Uh, there are people who will engage in illicit activities to provide this market of
Hmm.
marijuana smokers, right? It's an
Right.
economic thing, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I guess people who smoke weed are kind of contributing to the violent crime. And so, hold on, let me put the shrug. Are like contributing to violent crime in an in a indirect manner, but they
Right.
aren't responsible for it. You
Right.
know what I mean?
There's a whole other like socioeconomic uh socioeconomic dimension, to that whole thing.
Yes.
It's not just the whole weed thing. It's like where are they at? What is their socioeconomic status? You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So,
There's a whole it's a complex system
right.
that
It doesn't exist in a vacuum.
yes, exactly. And this police chief is making this argument without proof. He admits without proof.
Right.
There is nothing to prove that
Mhm.
marijuana is causing violent crime, but the correlation is undeniable. Like that's just bad faith.
Right. Exactly. It's almost like, because there's that one joke in Half Baked, in that scene where I think they're in a date, the first time they go on a date and they're eating ice cream, and when the girl says, well, everybody knows that, marijuana is a gateway drug and it leads to other things. And he goes, yeah,
Yeah.
mostly junk food. It's like, that's that right there is undeniable, because
Right.
you do get the fucking munchies, at least I do. And most people that I know who smoke get the fucking munchies,
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, there is a correlation, you know.
Yeah.
And actually, in this case, the whole junk food thing, um, that's probably more a causation type of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, marijuana does get you fucking hungry. You do get the fucking munchies from the weed, from the
Yeah.
ganj,
Yeah.
So,
Like marijuana causes hunger, or
mhm,
at least appetite.
right,
It reduces pain. You know.
right,
So those are actual. You get high.
hmm, right. Take a
Those are
lot of
actual.
weed naps.
Those are actual causes for marijuana. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
just like you
exactly.
said, like
Oh,
I don't know how you can commit a violent crime when you're locked to your couch.
for real. Like the only thing I want to do is watch stupid movies, take a nap, go fuck or go eat. You know what I
You
mean?
know, you know what causes more violent crime than marijuana?
Cocaine.
Well, okay. What else causes violent crime?
Psychopathy.
Alcohol,
That
alcohol,
was my next one.
alcohol.
Booze. That's
It's
true.
alcohol, alcohol. I mean, look at how many crimes are committed while people are drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't
Exactly.
see I don't see the police chief making any kind of moves. He's a police chief. He should know how many crimes are committed by drunk people. Look at all the domestic violence he probably sees.
Hmm.
Oh my God. Hold up a second here.
No worries, no worries. Do your thing. Do your thing. I understand, man. I'm a dad too. So, in any case, yeah, just as a sidebar, um, actually, I forgot what I was gonna say because I'm high. I don't know where Hay Jones is at. Um, he's been a mainstay. He's essentially, part of the Chino and Homeboy. It's a trifecta at this point. Chino and Homeboy with Hay Jones, and I don't know where the hell Hay Jones is. We
Yeah,
were
he's
supposed to
probably
have,
still napping.
yeah,
Still napping.
and he doesn't partake, right?
No, no, I don't think he does.
Does he drink or is he a teetotaler? A
I
teetotal?
don't know. I don't know if he's a teetotaler. I think he may have started cutting back on the alcohol. You
Hmm.
know, I don't know. That's a question we might have to ask him. But I'm fairly certain he doesn't cheat.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
Oh, however, back to the police chief before we were interrupted by my munchkin. And my cartoon did some funky shit.
It did.
The camera totally was like, all right, which face should I look at?
Right. It's like your
So
it's like the mustache and and the little what is it, goatee soul patch thing. It like went out of place and shit, you
right,
know.
I know. This whole thing, this character animator, great app for animating shit real quick.
Hmm.
Um, but this police chief, right? I'm sure he's seen a lot of people who have committed domestic violence or committed some kind of a crime while drunk, but he's not making any kind of a case for prohibition to come back, right? No,
Right.
no, right? So why are we treating marijuana differently?
Because it's not federally legal yet,
Yes, exactly,
you know.
exactly. And this is
That's
why.
really the only thing that makes sense to me. So,
Woo!
that was decent. That was decent.
That was
Now, I
nice.
don't know if you guys caught it, but a few weeks ago, I burped on stream, or not stream, but on the pod, and it was a good one.
Yeah, it was quite impressive. It was quite impressive.
Yeah.
Now, should we count the 7-inch smoking pipe as a dick joke?
Um, if if we don't come up with another one, sure, why not?
All right, all right. You heard it
So we'll
here
put an
first. You heard it here
asterisk
first.
on that event.
But yes, no, I mean Amazon. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You know, you go on Amazon and you just look up a strain, right? And
Right.
you're like, just click in, White Widow, bam, just like
Look.
essential oils.
Right. Ah, shit. Well, so here's my thing, right? If if Amazon became, like this hub for uh, potheads,
Yeah,
where because you can pretty much get whatever you want or need. That's not illegal from Amazon.
right,
That's how Jeff Bezos became a fucking ultra mega trillionaire, or
right.
however much he's fucking worth now, right? He became like, you know, a better looking Dr. Evil, right?
Well, I mean, I guess he's a better looking Lex Luthor.
Um, I'm not sure if he's, on Lex Luthor level yet, but definitely Dr. Evil. I mean, he went
Yes,
to space and everything, you know. So,
I know. Even Doctor Evil didn't go to space. You know what I'm saying?
well, Dr. Evil did, but Lex Luthor, I don't think has.
Mm,
At least, not in the movies. But in any case, the point I'm trying to make is that if Jeff Bezos and Amazon, get this thing going and they get it approved, and you're suddenly able to get your weed, like if he becomes your global weed man, as it were,
right,
right? Can you imagine how much more money he's gonna have? And that's, I think, the reason why that's his motivating factor as to, why Amazon is pushing for this federal, legalization and regulation of marijuana.
right.
Is that, you know, because like as rich as he is now, can you imagine how much more money he's gonna make if he is able to fucking ship weed anywhere? Are you kidding me?
Dude.
Like this is this look. We talked about beginning a shadow run back in the day.
Right,
Like this is it. This is it. Like
right.
Amazon is gonna become its own sovereign state. That's what's gonna happen.
I
You know?
wonder. Oh shit, dude. You can totally get vodka off of Amazon.
Can you?
Yeah,
I haven't really looked. So you
yeah,
know,
man.
the only thing I buy from Amazon are
Hell,
like
hell,
presents for my kids.
dude. Not only can you get the vodka, right?
Hmm.
But it even advertises the 7 Up to go with the vodka.
I like that shit. That's fucking brilliant. That's
I would like to
awesome.
know. I would like to know though, how is Classico 4 cheese pasta sauce anywhere related to vodka? Oh, that's right.
Um,
The
vodka
vodka
sauce. I
sauce.
don't know.
That's right. Vodka
Yeah,
sauce.
vodka sauce. Yeah, which incidentally is one of my family's favorite things to eat. Vodka sauce. On whatever pasta we have on hand.
Yeah,
So, and it's actually not bad. I'm not a pasta guy. You know,
yeah.
because I mean, yes, I more I have most likely have Spaniard blood in me. I mean,
Right,
look at the way I fucking look.
right.
Not in the tune, but in real life, if you saw me, you know. But my tune is a very very accurate graphical representation of me. It is my as Morpheus would say it, my residual self image.
Right.
It is the graphical representation of my physical self. Um, so it's very similar. I have facial hair, and contrary to the way my tune looks, I'm actually pretty light skinned for a Filipino. So um, in any case, I'm just not a pasta person. I have to be in the mood for pasta.
Right.
But let me tell you, I'll eat the fuck out of some rice.
That's
So
racist. That's racist.
like again, again, correlation, not causation.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, what do you call it? I have to be in the mood for pasta, and so when I go eat at Olive Garden, for example, I have to be in the mood for Olive Garden.
Yeah.
I'm almost always in the mood for rice. I mean, I'll fucking eat that shit with everything, even pasta, even noodles. Growing up in the Philippines,
Yeah.
um, we would make our ramen noodles,
Yeah.
and I would put rice in the fucking broth and eat the shit out of it. Like double carbs. I didn't care.
Well,
I didn't know any better.
you gotta you gotta soak that shit up, right? I mean, rice is the best way to soak that shit up,
I mean, you ain't lying.
right?
I do like the broth though. That's another thing that I like. I could eat soup for any meal, any day, no problem. It doesn't matter what season. It doesn't matter when it is. Give me a bowl of soup, and if it tastes good, I'm all about it. You know what I
Fuck
mean? Like
yeah.
caldo de res is one of my favorites. Menudo is one of my best. Birria,
Yeah.
uh, fucking what do you call it? Ramen, of course.
Pozole.
Pho, pozole. Yeah, man. Like, just give me like hot broth. Dude, that gets my dick hard. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I like soup. You know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I eat pretty much. I eat rice with pretty much anything. I'll eat that motherfucker with steak, with chicken, with fish,
Right.
anything, bro.
Yeah.
The only thing that kind of weirds me, like I probably won't eat it with salad, but I'll fucking try it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
So
funny.
yeah, but yeah, Amazon legalizing weed. Why the fuck not?
Well, I
You
mean,
know?
shit. Look at it this way. You can get your weed, right? You
Mm,
can get your drink, and you
mm,
can get your rice.
that's right. You can get your weed paraphernalia.
Right.
You
Right.
know? I mean,
Exactly.
why
Exactly.
the- I think it really is. Some sort of Jeff Bezos Amazon, plot to take over the world. You heard it here first.
That's right.
That's what's gonna happen.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm a
Now,
Chino Damas. We had Holy Damas 2 weeks ago, and we have Chino Damas today.
that's right. That's right. Homeboy Damas and Chino Damas.
That's right. Next
Oh,
thing we're
dude.
gonna have Hate Jones Damas, or however you. We'll let him decide what he wants to be called.
Right. Yeah. I'm putting that down in the t-shirt ideas.
Yep,
Chino Damas.
Chino Damas. I can predictiate shit. Kind. All right. Still no Hate Jones.
Still no hate
I feel
shows.
I feel a little empty, and it feels a little incomplete. We don't have his hate-filled rants. Well, maybe not rants. I don't want to call them rants. His hate-filled wisdom. There you go.
Right.
That might be a bit more
Exactly.
appropriate. So
The hate takes. The hate
his hate
takes.
takes. That's
Hate.
right.
Hate. Hate.
That's right.
Hate.
I just want to remind everybody, sidebar, that we now have our own Discord channel.
Oh,
Um,
that's true.
we'll put the link on our Discord on the description when we post this up on YouTube, and also on the descriptions on uh, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. So you guys could um, join the Discord, participate in our conversations. You know, there's there's a section there for pod topics. Put your input in. Let us know what you want to talk about. Um, there's a whole bunch of little channels in there. So check it out. Like I said, we'll post the link on the YouTube and podcast description, so you can check it out. So anyway, what else we got today?
I want to talk about the division, but we'll save that for another podcast.
You know what? I was going to ask you earlier when the pod first started. How has your Division 2 experience been? I mean, we'll talk about it a little bit. If you want. I mean, I kind of want to talk about it a little bit. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. Let's just call this one a day or a morning, and then we'll start another one.
Orderly. Let's do it.
All right. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, not the Facebook just yet. Hey Jones is trying to hook us up with some website, some web hosting, so that we can put up a shop, and you guys
Right
can
on.
buy merch from us. It's not up yet, but stay tuned and we'll let you know. All right.
All right.
So
Let's do it.
until next time, homies.
Peace.